Nutrien Equine Sydney sale starts March 8 to 10. Another of the virtual yearling parades. I'm catching up now with Scott Robertson from S&K Robertson. Hi, Scotty.
G'day, mate. How are you?
Very, very well. Lovely day. It's going to be a warm one here in Wagga, but great to get here and just see your draft a week out from the sales. Exciting times now.
Getting close. Not too many more sleepless nights. They're all looking good, as you've just seen. And yeah, quite encouraged about the feel of the sale from what I'm hearing, and how the horses look and they're prepared, they come up, the help I've had, and everything's sort of positive moving forward.
What we'll do is we'll roll into the parade so people can look at the horses, because people tune out after a while. They got a small attention span, people tell me. We'll roll into the yearlings, we'll come back and we'll have a chat about them all in a minute. Right, Robbo, the first of yours for the Sydney draft is lot number 2, the McWicked colt out of Hazel's Girl.
Yeah, Paul, he's a lovely colt. He's the bloke I told you about last time we were here, that I thought he would be the surprise packet bargain of the sale, as I sort of called him. Just developing a lovely horse and very, very strong. Mare's a producing mare. The family's just a great family, and the depth of these families, they just always produce winners.
Muscle on muscle, isn't he? He's a brute to look at.
He's just a lovely horse. Like, you know, for a colt, he's standing there, you know, he's not a roarer or a screamer or anything else like that. He pretends that he is, but he's just a well put together colt, just a natural colt.
Early on in the sale, this is lot number 2, be aware. This is the McWicked out of Hazel's Girl, an Art Major mare herself. She's only had 2 live foals. One of those is Race Nut Bush Girls, the other one out of that family. Lovely family though, you go back 2 and 3 generations. Beautiful colt there, Robbo. Well done, well presented, lot number 2. Lot 22, Robbo, is the Bay filly. This is an Art Major out of Luda, making this horse a full sister to Ludicrous, a filly that's run second in both the 2-year-old and the 3-year-old version of the Nutrien Sales Classic.
She's a lovely filly, Paul. She's just come along. She just does everything for you. She's just gets out there. She eats, she sleeps, she walks, she does everything. And you can see there, she just walks straight up and stood here. Just the true professional of a horse, and a good family. Full sister to Ludicrous, 100,000 now. Mare's had 3 foals, 3 winners of racing age, and the family just keeps on going on. You know, what more can you ask? All these fillies all from families that are just black type families. They just keep on producing and producing. Yep,
a lovely build of a filly. Actually glad she moved, because I think people might have thought it was a still photo. She is there. She's just cracking type and very, very calm, isn't she? She's
a typical Art Major. She's got that lovely back and everything over the top for a long, nice rein. And that's the thing, she's just so chilled, it's not funny. Like, takes a lot to upset her. And once she got into the routine of everything, she's just come forwards in leaps and bounds.
That's lot number 22, the Art Major filly out of Luda, a Christian Cullen mare. Lot 31 now, Robbo, is the Captain Treacherous out of the Mach 3 mare Miss Brazilian. People who like crosses are going to like this one, a 2x3 to Mach 3, but a smart man told me the other day you need as much scooter in your pedigrees as you can. This horse has definitely got that.
Oh, well, he's got a lot of scooter. She's got a lot of scooter in her. She's a little bit smaller, this filly, but she has a presence about her, and she's a lovely filly to work with. She was standing still. She's got fidgety.
No, she's standing up.
She's standing up like she's coming out. You want to buy a winner, and you want to buy a mare that you can breed from. 10 foals, 3-year-old and older, 10 winners. Most of them, all of them, black type. Go back to my Amy Lee. Just the greatest family in the book, one of them. One of Australia's best families, I'd say, Paul.
Just shy of 300,000, 250,000, 112,000, just under 200,000. Just ridiculous amount of prize money these horses have on offer. And as you said, you get that 2 for 1. Captain Treacherous, what they're doing, on the racetracks. The stallions are doing it in the breeding barn. There's no reason to say the mares won't be doing it either. You've got that opportunity of having a beautiful mare to breed from in a couple of years and take it back to the sales. As we go around, it's okay. I've still got her on camera, but I'm glad they moved, because they've been very, very well behaved here, Robbo. This is lot number 31, the Captain Treacherous filly out of Miss Brazilian.
You are breeding and buying, your next potential black type mare. You're going to get a racehorse. She's a lovely filly. She's got a little bit of growing to do still, but she's long. And we've got to remember, the Mach 3s weren't big. They never started out that type of horse. And she's in that vein. She's got the double cross, basically. She's just a lovely filly.
Yep, absolutely. Lot 37 now, Robbo, for Sloy's company, I should say, is the Captain Treacherous Bay colt out of the Presidential Ball in Miss Hazel, and won a great race mare herself, and now doing it in the breeding barn.
It's just another one of what Sloy's are producing. Just great great broodmare families. This colt's just going to be a winner. You can just tell by the look of him there standing there. He's just very athletic, very easy to do everything with. A little bit of a smarty at times, but you know, the family just produces and produces. You know, you got Oliver Dan last year in Melbourne in the British, in the Nutrien race and the British Crown. So yeah, just keep on producing horses, and nice horses, good horses that people can afford to buy, afford to race, and you know, basically, you know, 70-80% winners to the mare for foals, just going to win races.
Yeah, absolutely. And since the catalogue's gone to print, we've got Lewandon and Aunt Major Gelding. He won a 3-year-old race, and then Duty of Care has been named as well. So that obviously gives them great confidence that he's going to hit the racetrack as well. Make sure you keep up to date with all those updates through Thoroughworks or also Nutrien Equine, and you'll be able to keep up with those. This is lot number 37, a beautiful colt by Captain Treacherous out of the Presidential Bull mare, Miss Hazel. Right, Robbo, lot number 52 is a Tall Dark Stranger filly. This is the first season for the Tall Dark Strangers, out of the Mach 3 mare in Northern Velocity, winner of $188,000 in stakes.
Yeah, Polly, she was a really good race mare for me. I brought her off Mark Purdon in New Zealand. Been slightly disappointed, had a slow start, but the reports on the McWicked down with Gary Barton are very, very good from last year, and she's had a couple accident ones in the paddock here that haven't gone to the races, that sort of basically never made it to yearling stage. Great New Zealand family, Pembroke Benny, basically a millionaire. She's just a great bodied filly, and a little bit highly strung.
Yeah, she got that Bettor's Delight look about her. I'll just zoom out a touch here because she's come towards us, but she's got that Bettor's Delight, the good horse look about them. Deep shoulder, deep girth, that's coming through with the Tall Dark Strangers, isn't it?
Yeah, and they're just, like, she's a lovely type. Like, there's not a lot of the Tall Dark Strangers have actually been dark and black. A lot of them have been beige, and it's sort of been a fallacy. I think they got their semen mixed up. But she's just a great example of what the mare can throw in the body, and a Bettor's Delight type horse. So there's a lot of Aunt Major in her as well, which coming through Tall Dark Stranger, but I just think she's a lovely filly, and she's basically on the market from the day she walks in the ring.
Lot number 52, this is the Tall Dark Stranger filly out of the, as I said, the Mach 3 mare in Northern Velocity. Lot 68 now, Robbo, is a bay filly out of the by Captain Treacherous, out of the Bettor's Delight mare in Return to Me. Lovely looking filly this, isn't she? Really grown, developed a lot since the last time I saw her.
She's just done terrific since she's come in, Paul. Look, last year's colt topped the sales in Sydney. This is just a lovely filly that's just going to keep on developing. Lukey McCarthy's got the colt. He just had to geld him. He said he was just a little bit full of himself. He said he had that good a motor, he couldn't knock him up. But she's just a lovely filly, going to get over a lot of ground, just, you know, probably nearly getting fully grown now, and just a beautiful type. We talked about the Sloy's horses being from Australia's best family. I think this is probably New Zealand's best family, and like, to get a filly like that, I think you can go a long way to find one better.
Yeah, beautiful filly, and as you say, go back in the family, they've got Splendid Deal. You just go Maximum Splendour, Magnificent Storm, like what a superstar in WA that horse is. Keep looking through the whole family. You go down to Chris and Me, back in the 3rd generation with Splendid Dreams. Great family. Yeah, you can go back a lot of generations sometimes. You can overthink things. This is a family that just keeps producing Group 1, fast class, high class horses, and that's what you look for when you're looking for a filly.
Well, the thing is, like, what you got to realise is, you talked about Splendour, Maximum, horses like that. They're out of sisters to this filly.
Yep.
Or this mare, sorry, this filly is out of a sister to those horses that produce them. So the families keep on producing on. And she's just a lovely filly to do anything with, and you know, whoever gets her. The sad thing is, her mother died giving birth to this foal. So, you know, she's the last line out of this family for us.
That is lot number 68, the bay filly. We'll reiterate the filly, but she's a bay filly by Captain Treacherous out of Return to Me. Lot number 75, Robbo, is the Sweet Lou filly, striking filly. Stands up over a lot of ground. Look at the size of her there, just standing on picture. Out of the Bettor's Delight mare in Revere Me, cracking type, Robbo. You'd sell it just on type, this horse.
Oh, like, Paul, you only got to look at it. And like, she probably the best filly I've ever had anything to do with. The family's just the greatest family in the book in New Zealand. The mother's a full sister who adore me. She's got pedigree upgrades. Her Sweet Lou, her Down by the Seaside sister won the other day, and her sister Treasure Me's first foal qualified or trialled at Menangle on Wednesday. This filly's just a magnificent filly. If she can run as good as she looks, she's anything.
So with those updates that Robbo just said then, that is Mermaid Beach. They're down by the seaside. As of the day we're recording this, being before Monday, when Alan Parker will do the updates, she was there as unraced, but she has now raced and won. And then we've got another one out of that that's named as well. So they're pretty important updates. Sugar Me, now the winner of 10 and gone 150.8. Go to that, the second dam, you have Excuse Me all the way through, Splendid Dreams. You then Christen Me, but you've also got a horse in there called Merlin. Here in Australia, unfortunately, is known as It's Merlin. He's going around in the Chariots of Fire the day before we record this, and he is an absolute rocket horse. He's a beautiful horse, just high quality horses all the way through it. Darling Me, good broodmare family as well. Real look at this filly. This is lot number 75, the Sweet Lou out of the Betters Delight mare in Revere Me. 144 Robbo was the Bay filly by American Ideal out of Deadly Woman, an amazing family. I can go back one generation. There's a little horse called Leap to Fame in that, but even in the first dam, it's just an amazing family, isn't it?
Oh, she's a 3/4 to a really nice horse in Hot Shot Woman, who I think has now left a winner at stud. Just great family, one of Australia at the moment, the hottest family in Australia. I've said that all the way along, but that's what Sloys have got. They've got the families in Australia that people want.
Yeah,
and this is a lovely example of what they produce and the type of horse that I've been able to get hold, and they've supported me and I've supported them, and I hopefully I've done a good job prepping them for them. Absolutely.
Now she's also, like I say, the dam now has had 5 foals to race, 3-year-old and older. 4 of those have won. Miss Coolin has won 3 2-year-old races last year, and was also placed in a couple of 3-year-old races this year. But as I said, some families you'll say they're a colt family, some you'll say are a filly family. This doesn't matter. They're just a good family, aren't they?
Good families, just throw colts or fillies, and you buy the fillies, you race them, and then you breed from them.
Yep, absolutely. Leap to Fame, Swayze, Maximum Red, back in that family. This is lot number 144, the American Ideal Bay filly out of the Art Major mare in Deadly Woman. Right, Robbo, great draft. Anyone going through the catalogue? There's 2 horses actually at the minute that aren't there that we didn't parade.
Yep, there's 2 being done. There's a Lou and a Captain Crunch being done up by Daryl Stanton up at Gusdolphin.
Yep.
Part of my relationship with Gusdolphin is with racing and stuff like that, and I offered this year to put the couple through for their clients, to put them in with the draft. Just meant that freed them up to look at other horses that they want to buy. Their clients are there, so they want to sell them. So it's just a matter of working with the industry, and which is we tried to do. Like, done Sloys this year, never done Sloys before for them. They were looking for someone, more than happy to do their horses for them, and hopefully we've done a good job.
Yep. Well, they presented beautifully. I think anyone looking at them on the camera there, they'd have to be wrapped with them.
They're just lovely horses to deal with. Like, they've come down, they all had a few little kinks and bumps and carries on, but we, plenty of time. We've been able to sort them out, get them all so they basically just stand there. The 2 first fidgety ones were mine. So, you put all the time into everybody else's and you forget about your own. You think, geez, I've done a good job when I weaned them, but now they're on a bit of a play.
No, well, they weren't bad anyway, and there's a little bit of editing done there because we want to show the best part of them, but I mean, they were good, both of those. Beck done an awesome job there looking after them as well. Good to have good stuff.
Mate, she's a ripper. She really is a ripper. She's come on board this year for the first time. I don't touch them, I don't brush them, I don't like that. She's just got such a good pattern, the way she brushes horses, the way she interacts with horses. I feed them, I work them, I walk them with her, and I just leave the brushing up to her, because I think once you start brushing up a horse to a certain pattern in a certain way, I think if someone else comes in and they do it differently or brush it and scrape it different, the hair ends up everywhere. Whereas if you look at the way she's got them presented, they're all immaculate, and it's a credit to her.
Yep.
I've never won a ribbon before, and if she doesn't win one this year, I'll be glad, because I've never got one. I've always got good money. I don't want the ribbon, right?
Right, yeah. And of course, Highgain, they're going to be part of the sponsors. You've got a different hat on. You've got a bit of new branding. I don't know if Beck's going to be happy with this.
Well, Cass gone up market, and she said, and the girls last year, because I just wore the Highgain hat, they wanted good hats. So this year we've gone out and got good hats. But I must say to Beck and Kyle and Evie up here in Wagga, the support I get from Highgain is fantastic. I always use Highgain. I'll never change from Highgain. For the simple fact, when you look at the horses and how they've come up, basically, why would you want to change?
Yep.
They produce an elite feed for elite athletes in horses, and that's where you've got to go. You've got to go with the best. We try to breed to the best. We try to get the best mares. You've got to feed them the best. And there's no use kidding yourself. It is the best feed, whether it be Motivate, High Gain, their brother and sister. You just got to go down that route.
Yep, absolutely. When will you be getting to Sydney?
Thursday we'll be down there.
Yep.
We'll get them down there early. Probably get a couple washed on the Thursday night, the rest on Friday morning. The girls will come down on Friday. I've got a couple other helpers from Sydney coming in to help me for the Yearling parade. All 10 horses will go in the parade. I'm a big believer that you've got to support the parade.
Yep.
You've got to get the horses out there, let everyone have a look at them, because not everyone's got breeder, owner, buyer's got the elite horse, but there's a buyer out there for everyone, and you've got to put it out in front of them. You don't want to have the buyers to walk around and say, where's that one? Where's the one for me? If you put it out there in front of them all, and they're all for sale, all these horses are for sale. Some will have different reserves from others, but as I said, one of mine, the family hasn't come up. Lovely filly, but she's on basically as soon as she walks in the ring, she's for sale.
Yeah,
and so you got to work with the industry. And I said that to you last year. You got to work with the buyers as a vendor. You got to work in with everyone. There's no use stamping your feet, saying I want more, I want this. That's what the market tells you it is. That's what it is.
Yep, absolutely. You said there before the parade, Woodlands sponsor the parade, great supporters. Husey and the crew, they'll be there. There's foods and drink. You can watch it live. You'll be able to watch it live on the Nutrien Equine pages, but be there on the night. It's a lot more fun. You get to see everyone. The horses go past, but you get to intermingle, go back and inspect the horses later on. The Saturday is an inspection day. There will be Miracle Mile Day as well, so a lot of people will be going to the races. And then Sunday from 11 o'clock, the sale starts. But we want to get people there earlier and go from there. Anyone that watches this, Robbo, right now, they can ring you, ask you any questions. If they're in the area, they can come out and have a look.
If they're in the area, they want to ring me up at as much time as they want. This is when we get paid. We get paid once a year, and that we've got to make it so you've got to do everything you can for everyone. If they want to come and look at the horse 10 times in Sydney, we'll show them the horse.
Yep.
It doesn't matter how many times you've got to work in. As I said, it's an industry-based thing that you're working for the industry and ourselves, and the people who are buying them are working either for other people or themselves. So everyone's got to work together. There's no use saying, no, this one's going to be too dear for you, or that one's going to be too dear. All those horses that you saw will have genuine reserves on them, and you'll be able to buy them.
Yep, absolutely. That's what we want. We want to sell horses.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly. And I just got to thank you, Bardo, and the crew. Chrissy was out here the other day, helped me take photos on a birthday. You've come up and done this today. It's all about promoting the industry and the sport and Nutrien. And I said to the other year I wouldn't go back to the other mob, and I didn't, for the simple fact they walked away from us, but we've got to promote this sport. We've got to get behind the sport and promote it and keep it going.
Yep, absolutely. We've got both these in my hands, a phone for a reason. The Thoroughworks app is available. You know the boys from Widden very, very well. They used it yesterday. I did a interview there with Jack in relation to the app and how it works. I did the pedigrees off my phone. You can do it off your laptop, your iPad, but you can also have a Galaxy tablet. It doesn't matter because it doesn't care what it is. Download the Thoroughworks app. Keep up to date with all the latest pedigrees, and there is so many other things you can do. The more you play with it, the better you get, because I actually said that. Yep. I found out a couple of little tricks as we were going through. Parade, 6 o'clock Friday night, I'll be in trouble, the 8th of March. Inspection day on the Saturday, the 9th of March. Sale starts at 11 a.m. on the 10th of March. You'll be able to stream it through all the Nutrien platforms. You'll be able to see it there. We'll be streaming it and getting it out there, but please be there. It's much better to be there. Get involved with Auctions Plus. If you haven't pre-registered, get in touch with Mark Barton and Gemma Smallman. I was in all sorts there for a minute, and they will look after you. Their number's going to come up at the end of this video, but get in touch with the Nutrien crew. No excuses. Get to Warwick Farm, have some fun, invest, look after the guys that are looking after you guys, putting these quality products out there. Robbo, thank you very much.
No, not a problem, Paulie. It's a pleasure to have you up here at any time, and go straight charge in the Todman, mate.
We're not going there. Thank you very much.